There we go. There we go. Now I got things working. Now I got things working. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Disney Marvel's Podcast Live. Another week. Another week's gone by. Hope everyone's been having a good day. Having a good day. Let me know how the audio is, please. Because sounds like I still got doubling. Let's see here. Oh, wait. Just something in the settings there. That might take care of it. So, let me just wait a second to see if the audio is caught up. I'm watching myself on my phone to double check. I apologize. Let me hear. Yep, good. Got it fixed. Craziness with modern technology. And I'm sorry if you're listening on the audio feed going, what is going on here? Well, I had problems last week because the audio kept doubling. And I just seemed to figured it out that, and I said this the other week, I'm using a new device, a new program to help stream the audio, or stream the program and do it a little more fancy and a little nicer. And I'm still playing around with it. And apparently, I had two microphones going. I had my show microphone here that I use all the time, and then I also had the microphone for on the computer, and that seemed to mess things up because it was using two microphones, which is why there was the delay or the double audio. Got that covered now. We're good to go. Hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's having a good summer, a good day. Saturday doing anything fun. I was out with the family. We went to a food truck festival here in Central Jersey at a vineyard. Yes, there are vineyards in New Jersey, and it was quite delicious. It was quite nice. Good time with the family, walking around, taking in some of the nice weather. Thankfully, we were supposed to have rain, and the rain avoided us. Thankfully, and we had some good food. These fantastic fries. They were more like, there was kind of like a cross between a potato chip and a fry. It looked like a potato chip, but they were fried like a French fry. Quite delicious. And I had a pulled pork hamburger slider. So it was a burger, and then you had the slider, the pulled pork on top of it. Also very, very delicious. Getting myself ready for Food and Wine, which I may or may not be going to later this year. That might be in the works. And we'll leave it at that. Then besides that, that was kind of the extent of the day. I was just watching a little Top Gun that was on TV. Family's all enjoying themselves at the moment, where I'm here enjoying myself with you guys. And yeah, that's where we're at. I got some more stuff on the works for the show. We got today, we're going to be talking my top 5 moments from the Ms. Marvel series. I'm not sure if you guys finished watching it. There may be a little bit of spoiler stuff, but nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy. And then this week's regular show, which will be out on Wednesday, will be regarding Ms. Marvel as well. It'll be our series overview of it. We will tell you about what we thought of the series in itself. But if you want to put in the chat what you thought of Ms. Marvel, go right ahead. We could be talking about that too. But I want to hear your top 5. Not just mine. I want to find out what your top 5 is. So start typing that in, putting it into chat, and be part of the show. That's the whole fun of the live show, is that we interact together. That you are part of the show. And like I was saying last week, that the focus of the show is it's by fans for fans. So, us here on this end of the show, we are fans. And we're doing it for you. But we want you to be part of it. Because the fans are what make the show going. or keeps the show going. We're at 186 episodes now. 85. This is episode 186. 186 episodes. My goodness. At first I couldn't think of anything past 10 episodes. And to think that I'm almost 2 times that. Or 2 times. 20 times that. 20 times. We're almost at 200 episodes. 200 episodes. Coming up fast. Might have to do something special for that. As James Honor Taylor says, that's some good water. So let's start it off. Let's start off with our number 5. Our number 5. My number 5 was the grandmother. She was a fun little element of it. How she was attempting to always FaceTime her daughter, and it, she knew enough how to be able to FaceTime someone, but she never was able to actually do it properly and hold the phone right, and you just got all these weird angles, and wasn't sure if her granddaughter was there talking to her. So it was she was funny. She was a nice element, and kind of she's the catalyst. She's the catalyst, and I'm curious on your thoughts. Did she do this on purpose? She's the one that sent the bangle to Kamala, and to Kamala's family, and Kamala ended up getting the bangle. Did she send that unintentionally? Did she know she was sending that? Or did she send it by accident? It just happened to, get picked up with a bunch of junk and she paid no mind. I think there was some purpose behind that she knew she was sending it. She knew what this bangle meant and could do, or had some idea, and sent it along. And there was a lot of purpose there. And so yeah, that's my take on that. And then also she saw the vision of the train, and she just kept on seeming to aid Kamala along her adventure and along on her on the ride. So that's my number 5. Number 5 is the grandmother. What's your number 5? Put it in the text, and I'll read it aloud. I'll read it along. So yeah. So I'll move along, and we'll get you guys caught up. My number 4. My number 4 would be the community. And by community, I mean literally everybody around her that made up the people in her mosque, the people in the town, all of them. The community of their Jersey City. I like the fact that she takes place in Jersey City. That she is for me, a local girl, being it's a guy from New Jersey, and she's a New Jersey character as well. So I like that. I really do like that. I wish they filmed it in Jersey, but they filmed it in Georgia. Georgia, no fair to you, Georgia. Georgia's beautiful. Georgia's fantastic. It's got a lot of great things there. A lot of zombies in Georgia. I don't understand what is up with all the zombies in Georgia. But hey, there's a lot of zombies in Georgia. But that's okay. We accept you for who you are, Georgia. But you're not Jersey City. Just saying, you're not Jersey City. So, beyond that, the community, the dynamics of, and you saw how the community affected a teenage girl who was trying to fit in, who was having trouble fitting in because she wasn't the cool girl, she wasn't the it girl, she wasn't whatever, she was just the plain girl. She goes into school, and you feel the awkwardness. She had her friends, she tried to be nice to everybody, but it was always awkward. And then she would go to her mosque for prayer, and you had that community there, and how the dynamic there worked. And for someone who doesn't go to a mosque, it was a welcome insight to that religion, to the culture. And I love learning about different cultures. In my travels, I always try to learn more about the country that I'm traveling in, and in different countries, between again travels and any of the writing I've ever done. Always try to learn more about different cultures. So learning about the culture there, I thought was really cool. From my understanding, they did fairly well. It was written by someone of the Muslim faith, and it was Pakistani, and they're um, directed as well. So you have a lot of people in the know talking about this stuff. So how the community affected her, and at the end, the community becomes a big important part. And I'm trying not to spoil anything here, but the community ends up being an important factor in the end for Kamala and everything, and how the show wraps up. So I like that. So my number four is the community. My number three is just a little off of that. It almost could go hand in hand with the community. Is the family dynamic. Watching again a teenage girl. She has her older brother. Her older brother's got a wedding going on, so everyone's focused on him and not paying much attention to her. And she's kind of just getting dragged along and told what to do, but no one takes into consideration what does she want and what does she want to do and what does she have going on and what kind of problem she has. First episode she tries to take her driver's test, and well, I'm assuming you've seen the first. If you're watching this, you've seen at least the first episode. She ends up getting wrecking the car, and just the way that they deal with that, and the way that she interacts with her father. I love the father character. I absolutely love the father character in this one. Being a father myself, so maybe that's part of it. But I really enjoy how the actor portrayed him, how he was written, and the way that he went about things. I really like that character, and you get the mother dynamic too. And I have that here. I have a teenage daughter who is 16, strangely enough, same just like Kamala, in high school, and the dynamic between the mother and the daughter and how that all works. So I experienced that at home. Thankfully, not as crazy as what's going on in this show. But you have that dynamic, which always is an interesting one. And then you got the brother who's kind of there, but yeah, he's older by several years. I don't remember. I think they might have mentioned at one point, but I don't remember exactly what the age spread between the two are. So you got those two. You got those three characters, and of course, like I said, you have the grandmother as well. Um, and what's going on with this family, and it really shapes who Kamala is. She's trying to discover who she is. She's trying to figure out who she's supposed to be, and at that age, that's normal. That is very normal at that age. So for them to it plays out on screen, and that's something I liked about this show. And you'll hear me talk more about this on Wednesday's episode, on this week's episode. That I really enjoyed that we got to know the character, and it wasn't all about. I mean, it's a superhero film, but something I like about Marvel comics is that you get the superhero and you get a lot of the action and all that stuff that's going on, but you get a lot of family dynamic and character building moments. Um, you've heard me talk about this before, that one of my favorite things from X-Men, one of my favorite issues, there's no bad guy. There's nothing that happens. It's about the team after this big event coming together and being a family. And you got some tender moments. You see how they're dealing with the letdown, the stress of what everything happened. A lot of the main characters are playing football together and just fooling around, and it's again about the family and about the dynamic of how everyone gets along with each other and how this one supports that one in this way and this one supports that one in another way. So that's something that I really appreciate and really like about Marvel. That's why I like Marvel stuff so much. So, and that's what I liked a lot in Ms. Marvel. So again, family dynamic number 3. Number 2 is in the second episode when she's not she discovered her powers. She's not sure what's going on, and she's getting the pushback from the media. And she's trying to help people. She tried to help somebody, and the media is spinning it one way and then another way. Goodness, the media spinning things in different directions. Who would have thunk it? So she's sitting on the front porch, and her sheikh is there, and Sheikh Abdullah says, she's like, do you think, I think it was Light Girl or whatever they called her at that point, do you think she's good? And his words of wisdom to Kamala, and these are great words. It's kind of like the Uncle Ben words. And it was, good is not a thing you are, Kamala. It is a thing you do. I mean, think about it. That is a powerful statement. It's, with great power comes great responsibility. Good it's not who you are. You could be a good person, but if you do something bad, but it's the things that you do that make you a good person. It's the actions speak louder than words. It is, don't tell me that you're a good person. Show me you're a good person. And that's what he's saying there. And that is a fantastic line. But that is my number 2. So I do have one more. So my final one. My number 1, the top moment I have from this. Not too spoilers, so I'm going to keep the context out, but it comes towards the end of the series, and Kamala is sitting with her dad. And the family has found out about everything, and it's just a nice, tender father-daughter moment. And he goes to her. So Yusuf, the father, goes, So you're now the great new superhero called what? She doesn't have a name yet. Kamala Khan goes, I'm still figuring that out. And her dad says, Of course you are. Yeah, we are still figuring it out. Do you know why we named you Kamala? Your mother and I tried for years to have a second child. We almost lost all hope. And then you came along. Beta. You are just so perfect, and that's what Kamala means in Arabic. Perfect. But in Urdu, it's more like, what's the word? Wonder. Marvel. Kamala means marvel. And Kamala's reaction, of course, her favorite superhero of all time is Ms. Marvel. So her reaction, of course, is, I share the same name as Carol freaking Danvers. And her dad, again, I love the character of the dad. The dad's response to me is priceless. I don't know who that is. But you sure are. You have always been our own little Ms. Marvel. And that's where she gets her superhero title from her dad, saying that, explaining what her name means to her in Urdu, which is the language that they speak, the dialect that they speak. And it is such a great moment. And that's why I feel the show had a lot of these great little moments, like I said, between the family and between her culture, between her community. There's some really, really nice moments. So that is my top 5 moments from Ms. Marvel. Now, if you're listening to the audio broadcast of this later, please post it on our social group. post it, or email it to us. You can do either one. Post it here. If you're watching on the YouTube, on the rebroadcast, post it below. If you're not watching it, yep, the cats are going. If you are listening to the audio one, go to our new and approved Facebook group. Search up on Facebook, DMP Fans, FANS, DMP Fans. So you could post it there, and or we still have that's our Facebook page. Our Facebook group is still around, facebook.com/groups/Disney Marvel Podcast. Send it out on the Twitter at Disney Marvels Podcast. We're on the Instagram. Twitter is at Disney Marvels. Instagram, we're at Disney Marvels Podcast. You got all those options. You can reach out and connect with the show, and we love hearing from you. So make sure you give this episode a thumbs up, like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the show if you haven't already, so this way when we go live again, you always know. Or when I post the audio, you can listen to the audio versions. I got some other stuff coming up that we'll be posting to YouTube shortly, so check it out that way. And until then, thank you for watching, thank you for coming along, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night, everyone. Have a great, great weekend.